Hey guys, how's it going? Elliot here again. In today's video, we are going to be repairing what you can see on this screen. Now this is basically a burn on something called the polarizer film, which is a little sheet of kind of clear plastic, which is on all digital displays. If you put it up to your TV, you can kind of see there. It's like this weird magical piece of plastic where when you turn it one way the screen kind of goes black. So if you remember in my last video I did a Let's Refurb on this Game Boy here, which is a DMG styled Game Boy Pocket, which is one of my, well, it is my favorite Game Boy, period. It's just my favorite Game Boy. I absolutely love it. And I swapped out the screen with a black Game Boy Pocket because the screen on this one had a burn. Well, actually since then I've removed the burn. Now you're probably wondering how I did that, and that is what I'm going to show you in this video. So that's what we're going to be doing to this Game Boy in this video. We're going to pop these to the side for now and crack this one open. I'm not going to do all the cutscenes, I'm just going to do it kind of stage by stage. So to open this up, all you're going to need is a tri-wing screwdriver, and there is 6 screws at the back of the Game Boy. 2 of them are underneath the battery cover, and just undo them all. Remember to try and keep all your pieces together. Now what you're going to need is just a little Phillips head screwdriver. There's just 3 Phillips screws, just undo all of those. Make sure you're keeping your screws separate because these are different sizes. After that, we're just going to pull up the little tab on this. Now this was probably one of the most worrying things for me when I first started doing these kind of repairs. But it's really very simple. Just get your nail underneath each of the little white tabs. I believe this is called like a cam lock or something similar. And then just pull it up. You can be relatively confident that it's not going to break as you do it, so just be careful there, obviously. And then just pull the ribbon cable and the motherboard will drop down like that. Set the motherboard to the side, remove the buttons. You can do this pretty much just by tipping the Game Boy up, and then everything will fall out. To get this off, as I said in my last video and pretty much all my videos, you just kind of twist the shell slightly, get your fingernail underneath, and then just lift it up. Some of them will just flop out, especially ones that haven't had the lenses. There's a little bit of sticky tape here, which kind of dries up over time. And that is the shell removed. Before we go any further, we should test that the screen actually works, otherwise it's going to be a bit of a waste of time. And there you go, you can see the contrast there is actually absolutely fine. So let's get to the actual repairing of this screen. So what you're going to need is a kind of crafting knife thing. I prefer these ones because the blade can extend out and then you can move it down the whole screen. And what we're going to be doing is just lifting up the piece at the front here and then flipping it up. I always start at this corner because it's kind of away from the ribbon cables a bit. But let's see if we can do this in one nice long swoop and keep the whole thing together. Very much doubt it though, it's really hard to do. There are 2 layers, there's a polarizer film and then another layer underneath, so you need to make sure you're getting both. And I wouldn't recommend using the knife the whole way because it leaves a strange residue. If you're lucky, we'll be able to just do this in one big swoop. So once you've got the little corner up, you can try and lift it up with your fingers, although it's going to be tough. It's definitely a strong adhesive, whatever it was that they used. It's pretty easy once you get it started to lift it up. But the one thing that I'm quite upset about is it looks like the majority of the actual sticker piece is still on the screen, so that's going to be real tough to get off. This is by far the hardest part, and you have to. This does take quite a long time. I would allocate a good hour out of your day to do this, but hopefully we can try and take a few chunks off by peeling it. Actually, this seems to be spoke too soon. We are at the stage now where we have the polarizer off. You can see the burn in the center there, and as we started getting towards the middle, it was very difficult to get the kind of sticky piece off because it was all burnt, so it started cracking up and whatnot. The next thing to do is to give it a nice clean. I'm going to start off using some isopropyl alcohol, just kind of dab it on this rag. You can kind of be relatively generous when doing this, and then we're going to use some kind of all-surface polish, also known as Mr. Sheen. So just put this on here and give it a nice little clean. This is going to take a very long time, depending on the actual percentage of alcohol in your isopropyl, because some isopropyl is higher, so the sticker residue will just fall off, but others is slightly lower. Mine's like 70%. We have now cleaned the screen. It's pretty much perfect, and I put it back in the Game Boy. Let's test it out. You'll notice there's not going to be any image. Hopefully when we put this piece of clear film over it, we won't see any bloody lines on the screen. That would be really, really bad. And it does look... It looks good, guys. That's awesome. So this is actually a front polarizer film for a DMG. We can't actually use this on this project. We're going to have to use, for now, just the back polarizer of a Game Boy Pocket backlight. But that looks pretty goddamn good. I am happy with that. Okay, so here is the finished product. As I said, this is more of like a parts unit. Oh god, this is more of a parts unit for now. I'm not going to be ordering a replacement screen for this because they're so expensive. But yeah, just to show you that it can be done. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will leave a link to my friend Sean's channel in the description. That's where I learned how to do this. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.